Okay, so Silksong is a masterpiece with its story separated into 2 acts. So, for Act 1, I thought it'd probably be best to look at it as an overview because Silksong is kind of like opposite day Halloween. Act 1 is your treat. Throughout Act 1, you'll get a sense of what to expect from the game, from exploration to traversal, and getting the totally optional opportunity to make fun, voluntary donations to the locals. It's going to lull you into a false sense of security with boss difficulty. It introduces you to Team Cherry's guilty pleasure. And perhaps most importantly, tells you that Farloom is a cruel and unforgiving place where clowns go to worship. There are corpses everywhere, a grim backdrop amplified by some of the most gorgeous music I've ever heard. And after an intro reminding us that the world of Hollow Knight is, at best, a dead hellscape scoured by winds, we land in Moss Grotto, and after checking right, we find something cool! At its core, Moss Grotto is an area that is trying to be supportive of new players, with a tutorial section that walks you through some of its mechanics and lets you have a fun time with a fairly simple boss. There is one more little section designed to flesh out exploration in the Bone Bottom travel section. Now, here in Bone Bottom, we are also going to meet a little cast of characters who will definitely survive and follow us upward, expanding their use and inventory as they grow and become hardier for their efforts. It's a pleasant little experience, and it lets you get comfortable with what you'll see before you even open the door to the next area. From there, you'll begin... I'm not starting over. From there, you'll begin the exploration of a sprawling world that wants you dead as much as it wants you to see it all. Now, if you've played Silksong, you may have noticed that I left out one key detail, something so important it can literally stop you in your tracks as you climb. I'm going to jump ahead just a bit and show you this. You see these bells? These bells are tied to benches found in different areas of Farloom, and if you don't trigger these bells, you cannot open this door. I've got written in my notes, find picture of the bell benches. I cannot be bothered to find this footage. Alright, well, taking at face value, that's a really cool idea. The Pilgrim Bugs are supposed to follow a specific path to show their dedication, and since Hornet's not special, the Citadel expects us to do the same. However, what this actually is a demonstration of the sneakiest part of the tutorial that you probably missed in Bone Bottom. You see the shop inventory? Up until you find this shop, the only item you've collected and stored is shards. You don't lose them when you die, and if you're an experienced player of Hollow Knight, there's a solid chance you ignored the tutorial screen that popped up and figured that they were the currency since they vaguely resemble Geo. Now, this was a mistake. Your actual currency is rosaries, and they will be the most pressing concern in Act 1. Rosaries are used to shop for items, obviously, unlock benches, open up most bellways for fast travel, buy maps, and a few other things as well. So, in addition to exploring, you need to be carefully managing your income to balance these needs. You can find them on corpses of your twice-dead enemies, scattered throughout Farloom on rocks, statues, and I don't know. No matter where you get them, you need them. Losing money, or finding out that you spent it on the wrong stuff at the wrong time, is an inconvenience in most games, but getting a little too ambitious and skipping benches or bellways can be absolutely devastating under the wrong circumstances. I'd argue it's even worth ignoring some of the easier to reach statues just to ensure you have them available later. There are no real good places to grind out rosaries in Act 1, so circling back to get something or catch a missed bench or bellway can be a real hassle. Speaking of bellways, fast travel has always been convenient in a Metroidvania, but it is absolutely necessary to unlock these because the abilities you unlock make every area you've passed much more worth exploring again. I've got something in the realm of 5 to 6 hours of footage for this video alone, and the vast majority of that is running through and retracing my steps. Now, having played this a lot before I started recording, I had a solid idea of what I needed to do in Act 1, and it still took a lot of effort to rock out some of the stuff I knew I needed. Between fleas, shrines, quests, and oh my god, we'll get back to quests in a minute. Enemies I definitely didn't need to fight almost a dozen times to kill, and by the time you're ready to move to Act 2, you'll have an almost instinctual knowledge of Farloom simply because you spent so much time retracing your steps and exploring again and again. Alright, so this is about the 75% mark for my scripting. And I have come to a decision. I've been working on this video for a long time. And frankly, I think maybe I bit off just a little bit more than I can chew just for the beginning for my first video in quite some time. And, you know, the first video I've ever done with any real amount of editing. I am proud of what I've made so far, and it is not a thing I'm ashamed to say that I'm for this video, I feel by this point I've said everything I really wanted to say. After going over my scripting multiple times and knowing that I wanted to say more, I started looking at what I had to say and realizing that I was just kind of repeating myself going forward. Long and short of it is, Act 1 is a tutorial. I feel I've made that point, and I feel like I've done a pretty solid job of encapsulating my experience up to this point. So, the footage that I have now, the video that I've got now, I'm proud of it. As it is right now, I'm really trying to make videos that I think will entertain people, and I just don't feel like trying to push past what I already feel is enough will do that. I think it'll just make it longer than it needs to be, and I think that it's better for me to acknowledge that and be honest about that and end that part of the video here and just move on. I think I'm excited for more videos. I had a lot of fun making what I've made so far up until I ran into that wall that I just talked about. And everyone who I've talked to, my friends, my wife, everyone, I know you guys will enjoy it. And I hope if you aren't one of those people, I hope you enjoyed what I had so far. I had fun. This has been one of the most fun things I've done in a long time, and I'm looking forward to doing more. I hope you enjoy what I have. I'm not scripting this, so I'm just talking. I hope you enjoy what I've done, and I hope you enjoy the stuff I have planned. They'll be more complete, I promise. It won't feel quite as abrupt of an ending. So, the talking part of the video is done. What's going to follow now are a couple of the fights that I think you might enjoy. So, beyond that, thank you so much for watching. This has been Days.